Hey everybody. I feel that I need to apologize to a group of people here. Now, I'm a big sports guy, but I got finished, last week whenever it ended, watching the Olympics. And what I realized about the Olympics is that there's a whole new group of athletes that I didn't even know existed that I still give my advice to because I'm that guy. I'm the guy that'll sit on the couch, watching a ball game, and I get mad when like a guy will swing at a slider that's coming at his face and then dives at 90 some miles an hour, and I'll sit there and go, well, you gotta sit in there and hit that. Like I could do that. How did he take that strike three right down the middle of the plate? Well, it was coming at 102 miles an hour. That might be a little bit of the problem. We all do that with like the baseball, basketball, football, the sports we're quite familiar with. But I stepped it up a notch. I was really proud of how big of an idiot I was during the Olympics because I was giving really sound advice to these Olympic athletes. I was watching the triathlon. That's one where they have to swim. Have 3 miles. I think you run like maybe a marathon distance. You bike 100 miles. And I'm watching this, and they show one of the Americans running, and I go, needs to pick it up a little bit. That's what I said to a triathlete. Literally, using that word correctly, one of the greatest athletes in the world. And I'm sitting on my couch, eating Doritos, drinking chocolate milk, pointing at the TV, going, needs to pick it up a little bit. That's what fat Chad Thornsberry thinks, triathlete. Why don't you listen to that? I'll just like pull random bits of things and think I'm actually helping, like diving. I was watching the diving, and somebody made too big of a splash, which is the only thing I know about it. Hey, if it's a big splash, it's not good. If it's a small splash, it's better. That's what I know about diving. But I thought the splash was too big on diving, and I'm basing that on the last time I watched diving, which was the last Olympics. And I said this. I said, yeah, it probably held on to that rotation a little too long. Which sounds like an educated thing to say because I stole it from the announcer who said that about the last diver 45 seconds ago. I don't know if that's what happened or not, but that's what I'm telling them to do. Listen to the announcer and just regurgitate what they say. I had really helpful things, like during the karate, I would say things like, hit him. Because apparently I think their plan is to get hit. That's what I think the karate people are going to do. I'm basing all my karate on like the Karate Kid movies. I'm like, crane technique. If it's done right, nobody can defend it. Don't you watch it? Didn't you wax a car or anything? You didn't train for these Olympics at all. Fencing, I got mad during fencing because once again I would just go, well, hit him. But I didn't even have anything to say. I was like, come on, Zorro. Yeah, way to get hit. Zorro, because that's the only sword fighting reference I knew. I started doing like Princess Bride lines, and yeah, I'm not even left-handed, and didn't even make sense. We're probably the lowest point when I was watching Katie Ledecky, the most decorated swimmer in the history of the world. No female is a more decorated athlete that has ever got in a pool. And I'm watching her swim, and I said this in all seriousness, watching, I was like, she took a little too long getting out of that kick turn. Where they flip off the wall. Yeah, Chad Thornsberry said, a little too long getting out of that kick turn. I can't even swim. And I'm telling Katie Ledecky what I think she should do. So I want to apologize to all the Summer Olympic athletes. Sorry, I'm such an idiot, and I was there chastising you. But I got to say something. Winter Olympic athletes, you are now on the clock. See you guys.